Oh my gosh, you guys. This may be the best palette they have ever done, ever released. Yes, this may be the best one. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited today. I just received a package from Unearthly Cosmetics. Haven't even opened it. I sort of have an idea of what is in here on the outside, but we're going to unbox it together. I'm going to show you the newest release. There's a couple of items in here that I want to talk about and swatch and just show you looks on. So if you're interested in seeing the unboxing, we're going to put looks together. I'm assuming there's eyeshadow in there, and we're going to swatch everything that's in here. Let's get started. All right, so I always have long days, you guys. I always do. I'm always up by at least 5 a.m. and I work long days. You know, I'm in a position where there's a lot to do and the work never really ends, but I rushed home today because I knew that there was a delivery here for me from Unearthly, and to everybody that's an affiliate with Unearthly, she gives you like a little bit of sneak peek as she's asking questions about what you're interested in receiving in PR. So disclosure, this was received in PR. I am an affiliate with Unearthly Cosmetics. You can use code Yadi10 and it'll save you 10% site-wide. And then anytime she does flash sales, I always try to share those on my Instagram stories so that you can go, you don't need to use my code, and you save whatever that flash sale is for, which is always typically more than 10%. But let's go ahead and unbox this baby. So I just cracked the box open. Don't know what's in there. There's like a felt thing in there to protect the product, so that's great. And that's it. There's another piece of felt, and there's a chunky little envelope here. All right, so this is in bubble wrap. Ooh, ooh. This was in there, so it looks like there's 5 lippies. I think they're lipsticks. She had told us that they were lipsticks. Oh wait, there's 2 more, so there's 7. More bubble wrap. There's a palette, it looks like. I don't know if it's eyeshadows or face stuff, so we'll find out. And another palette. So we have this one. This one is Unearthly Cosmetics Dead of Night. Very reminiscent, if you remember, of last year's holiday release, which was in the dark, which I'll pull out for comparisons once we're done to see if this is like maybe a spin-off of that. Ooh, okay. And this one's an eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette as well. And it is called The Daily Grind. And there's like oranges on there. Very, very cute. I don't have a lot of information on what the collection will cost or if you can buy them individually. I'm sure you can. Typically, her lippies go for about $15 or $20. And then palettes that are this size, typically $29-ish. Don't hold me to it. These are usually in the $38 to $45 range. And so what I will say is all of the information on the collection with release times and prices and everything will be in the description box below. So let's open this. I'll start with the Daily Grind, the smaller of the 2 palettes, and that's what it looks like. Very cute, some checkered design up there with, again, the orange grinds there, or rinds, whatever. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay. Very, very pretty. And I love the way that the camera's picking up pretty much true tone on this. That is so cute. So it's a 9-pan palette. It looks like there's 4 mattes. There is 4 shimmers. And one of them looks like a sequins formula. This one up here, the Motivate, it's like matte, but like with a little bit of sparkle in there. And then the one in the middle looks sort of like a metallic. This one's the shade Sweet. I was going to swatch them off camera, but I think it's just better if I do this. So this one's Impulse. Again, I don't prep my arm with any primer, foundation, anything. It's just bare skin. So that's the first shade, Impulse. It's a little bit of a duochrome flip. Very nice satiny shimmer formula. The first shimmer, I will say, it looks like it's pretty densely packed. So it's not like one of those creamy shimmers, but that's not a bad thing. Wow. This one is Grind. That's a matte. And then we have the next shimmer satin formula, Motivate. Whoa, that's a very punchy color. I love that. Creation, this olive with a yellow undertone green, also a matte. That's the shade Creation. Another satiny shimmer. Ooh, this one's the shade Sweat. That's pretty cool. The next one is another matte, and it's a lighter orange than the first one we swatched. This one is the shade Zest. That one's a good color. I mean, the last two right there, that's a look. I love that. Super pretty. So the mattes are pigmented. They are powdery. They're pressed pigment, so that's kind of expected. So just FYI. The next shade is Ambition. It's like a light shimmery formula with this green. Very nice satin shimmer. The next one is Hustle. It is like a terracotta. It has hues of orange, but also red. Ooh, that's a gorgeous shade right there. Love it. And the last one is a shimmer, and this one, ooh, it has like a little rose gold flip. Do you see that? But it looks like a gold satin shimmer. And there is the Daily Grind. The first one is the one that might have a little flip to it, but these are not like the duochrome formula she does. They're more of a satin shimmer. And I just went back and I looked at the email that she had sent us in preparation for this launch. And she called the Daily Grind like an everyday staple palette that was easy to use for everyday looks. And look at how vibrant that is. And so it kind of made me giggle, but at the same time, you know, I think of people that wear colorful makeup every day, and this is more neutral, more wearable for every day. So there you go. There is the Daily Grind. So I already have you pulled in close, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to create one look with this one along with obviously these swatches. And then we'll do swatches of all 7 lippies that we got. And then we'll come back with the Dead of Night palette and we'll create another look along with swatches. I am already kind of feeling inspired on what I want to do, but I'm only going to create one look with each palette, maybe 2 looks with the larger palette. But for additional look inspo, I'll be uploading different pictures on my Instagram and TikTok with different looks that you can create with both of these palettes. So definitely follow me there. The links to my socials are down below. All right, well, you're already all up in my business, so let's get started with the first look. Okay, so I'm filming after work. I'm just gonna wash this makeup off, and so I want to try something bold and something different. I'm not gonna wear this anywhere, and then we get to just play in the palette. I think I'm gonna try, okay? I ain't no Angelica Nyquist over here, but I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna go in with this green first, which is the shade Creation. Okay, and I'll go in with the Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the brush 8-3. When I go into the inner part of the lid first, I like this one. Look at the shape. It's very unique and different. It's kind of flat too, so you can lay color down right where you're intending for it to go, but you have a little slant to kind of work a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to start right here. And I like these brushes because they're dense. Well, this one's dense. So where you set the brush down, that's where the shadow is staying. I thought I was going to have fallout because they're pretty powdery when I was swatching, but I have no fallout, so that's great. And I'm going to like flick it up here. We're just playing, okay? We're just playing around. I honestly, I don't know what I'm doing, but that green is gorgeous. I love it. Love it, love it. I'm going to grab brush 8-5. It's the same, but it doesn't have that slant at the top there. It's just kind of dome shaped. And I'm going to go into this shade here, which is the shade Hustle. I'm going to try to just... So they are powdery in the pan, but if you tap your brush, I mean, I'm not seeing any fallout yet. So that is good. I mean, fallout doesn't bother me, but it's good if we don't have any, right? So that is really pigmented. Again, not too sure that I know what I'm doing, but I grabbed the shade Zest, this lighter orange here, with my MAC brush, and I'm just going to, I guess, connect the two, but just start blending so that it's not too harsh right here near the brow. Okay, I've said this in my videos before, and I'm noticing it here. So I've told you that what I feel is like the sign of a good shadow, like even though you put like lighter shades with darker shades, when they don't get muddy and they all blend beautifully, but you can still see where each shade is, like that's a really good thing. So I wanted to show you. I have a very pigmented orange, I have a really pigmented green, and you can still see that like really beautiful, like soft blend of that light orange. Yeah. And don't worry about the outside there. We'll blend it a little bit, or we'll clean it up. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit, I'm gonna go back in with this green. Make sure we can see it. As colorful as it is, you guys, I'm kind of liking it. Now I'm gonna use the 8-8. This is like almost like a little packing brush. I like to use this with shimmers and then I spray it and then I do that. So, but I'm gonna use it to cut my crease. See how it helps you like put that line together perfectly there? I just thought of this, I should have cleaned it up with micellar water first, but I'm not accustomed to doing cut creases, so I forget. All right, so that was pretty easy, and I'm telling you, I know that I haven't talked about these Unearthly Cosmetics brushes very much on my channel. I've just kind of learned what I like them for. This one is such a good one for cutting the crease. This one's, again, the 8-8. The first one I used, I think it was 8-3. Yeah, 8-3. I really am finding what I like from her brushes. It's not even that serious. I mean, they're like $5 each, but I guess for me, I just wanted to figure out which ones I liked and which ones I didn't, because it is serious. If you buy something because of my recommendation and it's shit, then, I mean, like, no, we work really hard for our money. But anyway, I can tell you that I am really liking her brushes, and these are two that I love. I don't know if I'm going to regret this, but I don't really know what I'm doing. We're just playing. But I think I want to go in with this shimmer here, the green one, to go into the lid. We'll lighten it up with another one of her shimmers if I feel like I need to, but we'll go with this. I'm going to wet my brush. This is just like a Sigma concealer brush, just to set it down. Pretty. I'm going to blend it into this orange just a little bit. Kind of create that ombre diffused look. I'm going in with this orange again, Hustle. Just to make sure we have that depth there. I just have like the most minimal shimmer there, and I'm just gonna tap it, make sure it's all good and ready to go. Now I'm like so conflicted because my first instinct is just to go with black liquid eyeliner, lashes, and call it a day. And I think that would look fun. But I have this white liquid liner. Let me see. I think it'll make a really stark difference. I don't know if I'm ruining the look. Definitely don't want to film again if I don't have to, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go out of my comfort zone. And if you watched my MAC video with the Black Panther Wakanda Forever collection, they had sent me the wrong eyeliner shade, and so they finally sent me the white one. And I'm just gonna go for it, you guys, because these eyeliners are really pigmented, so let's just try it. It's just makeup, there's no rules. And if we mess it up, we can just do it again. What do we think? Oh my gosh. I'm not hating it, you guys. I also didn't realize how much eyeliner I get on my lashes when I do liquid eyeliner. What do we think? I'm not hating it. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so here we are. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but I kind of like it. I think it's cool. What do you think? I think it's funny that she called this palette the Daily Grind, and it was supposed to be like an everyday go-to palette for like muted down looks, and I went completely the opposite with it. But I don't know, I just kind of was inspired, and I'm not mad at it. Clearly it's a bold look. Clearly it's a colorful look that I would not personally wear every day, but I kind of like it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. All right, so I thought that we would try a lippy with this. I think she had sneak peeked that there was nudes in here, so we're just gonna pull these all out. It's in the same packaging as her previous liquid matte lipsticks, which if you guys didn't know this, if you're new to my channel or haven't watched as far back as a year ago, these lipsticks, the matte liquid lipstick formula was one of my best of 2020. The most comfortable matte. It lasts forever. It wears off fairly natural. I mean, it's a liquid matte lipstick, but I love, love, love this formula so much. I have the shade Amber, and I don't know if the others have glitter. Do they have glitter? Oh, they do. So it's kind of like a purple glitter. This one's more multicolored. You can see there versus this one. So the multicolored are from last year. Okay, now we're gonna swatch liquid lipsticks. I see that there's a theme. Most of them are nudes. So I'm really excited about that because last year's were a little more colorful. Okay, so we have shade Danielle as the first shade. Ooh, like chocolate. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Beautiful. And you know, Danielle or Danny, as you may or may not know, that's one of her sisters. There's a blush or a highlighter named after her. Then we have Amber. Ooh, there's Amber. So pretty. And you see that sheen in the formula? I mean, it does dry down, but that sheen stays. Gianna, she does have a sister, Danny and Gigi. Gianna, really pretty, like light peachy nude. There's Gianna. Then we have Olivia. 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 That's my mother-in-law's name. There is Olivia. Almost like the concealer lips type of color. Next we have Aura. Ooh, it's like a burnt terracotta, but like with a berry twist. This is Aura down here. That's beautiful. We have Gloria. Gloria. I don't know why I'm singing names, by the way, but there's Gloria. Ooh, that's beautiful. Love Gloria. And the last one that we have is Marianne. It's like a nice red color, Marianne. And those are the liquid lipstick shades. For obvious reasons, I think I'm gonna go from lightest to deepest. So let's get started. All right, guys, it was only a couple seconds for you. It was about 35 minutes for me as I was swatching all of these lippies, and whew, I like them all except the first one. But I even like the first one because even though it gives you like concealer lips, I can totally see using that one with like a dark lip liner, like, you know, the Anastasia Beverly Hills ones that I just got in that cool brown and warm taupe. I think it could be really good with those. And I love the formula of this, so I know, right? This is definitely, I think the reds are definitely blue toned reds, even though they're different variations. You see my teeth? Super, super white. Blue, so that's how you know if it's a blue toned red. At least that's how I can tell. Is there's reds that you kind of look at your teeth and they're still the same color that they normally look, but then when you use a true blue toned red, your teeth are going to look super white. Definitely a true red. This is the last shade, Marianne. When I was swatching them and I used the first red, which was Aura, I was like, ooh, you know, this one here, the berry one. I was like, ooh, I'm going to come back to that one with this look. Then I tried the next one, which is Gloria, the middle one. And I was like, ooh, no, that one. And then this is the last one, Marianne, and I just love, I love. So the red ones are definitely my favorite from the 7 new shades that were released. That being said, I love them all. They all feel so comfortable. They dried down to like this really natural, like, I don't want to say velvet, but almost-ish, like a moussey type of look. So it fills in like a lot of your ridges and lines and stuff, and it just is a very comfortable matte. So those are the 7 shades that were released. Again, all the information on pricing and everything will be in the description box below. But yeah, what do you guys think of the first look? We used the daily grind, and I'm not mad at it. You know, again, it's just something different. I never do anything like this, and I had a lot of fun with this palette. Just to remind you one more time, that's what the shades look like. Super, super cute. I mean, for me, I just talked about this during my new makeup releases. I'm not going to use a color story like this during the winter. I just won't. I know I won't, but I'll definitely use it during the summer, during the spring, everything. I mean, you guys saw my sleeve was even over these shades and they didn't even smear or anything. So really good quality as always. We already know that's how she rolls. Next, I'm going to play with the Dead of Night palette. I pulled my Unearthly Cosmetics in the dark collection. It says Alien because this is before they rebranded. I actually have this just kind of displayed behind me here where the palettes are, but we'll compare these two, see if they're a spin-off of one another or it's kind of a series that she's got going at this point, and we'll create a look. Actually, we will create a look or 2 looks because it's a bigger palette, and yeah, I can't wait to show you this one. So here is what the palette looks like. Where the other one had buildings and stars, this one has the Unearthly Cosmetics moon and just some creepy little trees, those large trees that you see in, you know, all the scary movies. Here's what the palette looks like before I get to swatching and ruin this beautiful embossing. Do you see that? The Unearthly Cosmetics moons on all the shades. That's so pretty. That's what the palette looks like. Let's swatch it. Okay, so now we're gonna play with the next palette. It has just been a few seconds for you. It's the next day for me, but after seeing those swatches, oh my God, you guys, I am just, I don't even know the word because I hate the word shook. But in my opinion, after 2 years of working with Unearthly Cosmetics formula and seeing the amazing shimmers and other things that she comes up with, in my opinion, this is one of the most delicious, most perfect formulas I've ever seen, both on the matte and the shimmers. I mean, these shimmers are like sequence shades, this one here, and I'm going to compare it in a little bit to a single that I have from Tom Ford that's supposed to do what this one does, but it doesn't. I'm just in a place where I cannot believe how good this palette is so far. So I think I'm going to stick with a green monochromatic look today. I just want to highlight those, and then we'll do a purple one as our third and final look. But let's get into it. Okay, I'm a little nervous because this will be the true test if this shimmer works the way it's supposed to. And it's more of a sequence shade. I mean, you can't see it there with the camera, but we swatched it. So what I mean by that, it's a matte that has shimmer in it. It's not a true shimmer formula. And what was happening with the Tom Ford and with a lot of these sequence shades is that it has a matte base, and so when you start blending, the sequence just kind of falls away and all you get left with is a matte shadow. So I'm a little nervous. I want it to work because I love it so much. One of my favorite shades in this palette. So let's start blending and see what we get. For this one, I'm using a fluffy brush, the Unearthly Cosmetics 8-7. It's like a domed, fluffy brush. Sorry. It's 5 a.m. here, guys. I'm trying, okay? So let's start, and I'm going to use this as a blending shade for the crease. Yeah, so unfortunately what I'm seeing is the shimmers have gone away. Not sure if you could see that. There's no shimmer on my lid. It just looks matte. Let me do it with a natural haired brush and see if it's different. No, it just went to a matte shade. That was my fear because that's what happens with a lot of these shades. And I'm wondering, we have 2 of those in this palette. We have Bedtime as well, this one. So you see the shimmer there? And so I'm wondering if that will also happen with that one. So we have to test it out just so that I give you guys all the info. You guys know we have to keep it real here. I love Unearthly Cosmetics, but we got to keep it real. So there's a little bit of shimmer with this natural haired brush, not much. It doesn't twinkle and sparkle like it did in the swatch. So, and that's what I really loved, but you know, it is what it is. I went a little bit deeper or darker than I wanted to, but going into the shade Garden with my Alien Cosmetics brush. If you have hooded eyes, you'll like this brush. It is a little wispy. It's not too dense, but it still does blend the shade right where you wanted. The tones are beautiful, you guys. I love it. If you're a lover of green eyeshadow, you will love these greens. Can't wait to try the shimmer. And I'll go one step further with the deeper green Merc and my BK Beauty 207, my little pencil brush, my little baby, to just further intensify that outer V. I mean, you guys are watching this in real time. It takes no time at all. These shades, I've just come to expect and come to learn, like, you know, Unearthly Cosmetics, Nomad Cosmetics. Doesn't matter how deep, how pigmented it is, you can expect it to blend beautifully. Especially for people that love color, but they're afraid, they're not used to working with color. I was too. Even sometimes I see something like a really extreme black or something and I get nervous, but these formulas are so good. And I think Amanda, the founder of Unearthly, being such an enthusiast for makeup as she is as well, and she used to be a makeup artist, like she tests the shit out of these shadows, you guys. Like she's not going to allow a bad formula to leave her warehouse, which is her house, but to be launched without her vetting and testing. So that looks pretty good. I like it. I thought I wanted to do a green shimmer here, but this is more teal. The green in here is more green. Those are the two shimmers that I'm thinking about. We have Forest and Nightfall. I think I'm going to go with Nightfall here. It's just a really pretty contrast with the gray that we laid down first, and then it doesn't make it all green. So I'll be doing more looks on Instagram, and I'll definitely do a look with this green shimmer. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with Nightfall. And since it's already on my finger, I think I'm just going to use that to put onto the lid. What a pretty look. I love it. It's like, I love it. It's such a classy look. It is so nice. I think I am going to do a black eyeliner, not white today. And then I'll be right back. Okay, guys, and here's the look with all my makeup on. I forgot to tell you yesterday, but the blush and the highlight that you saw me wearing yesterday were Unearthly Cosmetics, the two singles, or from the singles that they released last year, along with this highlighter here. So just an icy highlighter, but it comes through like as glowy on the skin, so I love that. And then today the blush that I used was this one here. I'll list the shades in the description box below because I have to run to work, but let me show you what this is looking like. I absolutely love it. I mean, the color story is just gorgeous. They all worked nicely. I did notice, you guys, I was disappointed with the shade Gloom because I thought it would be one of those sparkly mattes, like a sequence shade. It does pick up a little bit of shimmer if you use a natural haired brush. It did not at all with the synthetic brush, so I'll just say that. But in general, just a gorgeous, gorgeous look. And I actually like that she went with a shimmer formula that wasn't so soft, so mushy like we saw in the Halloween palettes. I love those shimmers and glitters too, but this is more of a satin shimmer and it lays down very smoothly on the lid and I just like it for every day. Again, I think that her choice of what an everyday palette is versus my choice of what an everyday palette could be is really funny, but you know, everybody has different tastes. But anyway, this is what we're looking like. I love it. I want to come back and do one more purple look. And after that, we'll wrap up the video. Oh my gosh, you guys, hold on. And I wanted to tell you, you know how for you guys that watched the haul, I was so disappointed because they had picked or pulled the wrong Dior lip product in mahogany. I got it. I saw it online. I picked it up and it was fine. So that's what I have on my lips with ABH warm taupe. So anyway, Good makeup day. I'll see you guys later. Morning, guys. Last and final look. Today, I want to play with the purples. It's gloomy. It's rainy. I want to do like a soft, smoky kind of look and just make it very simple. So I'm going to start with the shade Misty here. And I'm just going to just dust it all over my eyelid into the crease. Very soft, easy color there. When I think of like a very easy, quick, smoky look, I'm always going to do like a deeper shade very close to the lash line and then smoke it from the bottom up. Because of my eyes, I know it kind of closes them in, but I actually really love that look. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the shade Bedtime. This is the one that has that shimmer that I was so excited about. But of course, you guys remember yesterday we tried it here. The shimmer just kind of, disappeared as we blended. So today what I'm going to do is actually pack it and see if it stays put. Okay, I packed it and yeah, the shimmer goes away and now I am swiping and I'm still not seeing any shimmer. So again, that's a bummer, but that's typically what happens with these types of shades. It's more for the aesthetic of what you see in the palette. Just want to give the right expectation so you don't think that it's a fault with the formula. Because I have always, when I see sequence shades like this that have sparkle throughout, I've always gravitated towards those. I purchase them, and this inevitably happens every single time. All right, going back into Misty and just helping the two blend and smoke out together. Okay, so I was blending and a funny thing happened. I don't know. I'm confused. I grabbed this BK Beauty 209. It was just a tiny little packer brush. I don't know if you can see it there. Tiny little packer brush. And I just needed to get the inside of my eye and I started packing and now there is shimmer everywhere on my lid. So you need to go in with a really hard packed little brush. There's shimmer all over my lid. Oh my god. Okay, I have to play with the gray one again because I was so disappointed yesterday. So disappointed, but no, there's sparkle, there's shimmer there. Okay. Okay, Unearthly Cosmetics, of course you did it, of course. All right, now we're gonna go into the Dead of Night, this sparkly shimmer there, and I'm just going to pack the lid with it just to add an extra sparkle. These shades really are so pretty. Look at that. Then I'm going to go in with this shade Star and just do a little tiny like halo situation just in the middle. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Let me put my face together and I'll be right back. Okay guys, and here's the final look. I am so excited to be done. This is 3 looks because I've been waiting to share my final thoughts and I'm just gonna let it all out. Real quick, before we get into my final thoughts, I'm gonna just tell you what's on my face. So I have just a mixture of my Chanel Ultra Le Tint Velvet and then my #1 de Chanel's foundation. For bronzer, I have my L'Oreal 24 Hour Infallible Pro Bronzer. And then my blush. Oh my god, you guys, have you watched my haul? My blush. My Gucci 06 Warm Berry. I mean, come on, you guys. I don't remember who it was, but whoever told me this wasn't good, I mean, you're clearly trying to stop me from being great, okay? This is incredible. My face looks like silk, like satin. I don't even know what to call it. It is gorgeous, you guys. So anyway, I am so happy that I have this. Now I think I need French Rose, at least one neutral pink one. This is absolutely gorgeous. This one and the At Night will be my only 2 winter shades. Oh, I'm dying. It's so beautiful. Concealer, Huda Beauty Faux Filter. And then for my lips, which I really love how they came out, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Cool Brown, and I have the shade Olivia. Remember I told you it's like a concealer lip color, but I knew it would go really well with like a brown lip liner. I love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, final thoughts. This release is so great on so many levels, and I'll tell you why. Many times for holiday launches, brands want to have like a full release, right? They'll have one palette, a couple lip glosses, or one lip gloss, one lipstick, a highlighter, a blush, just the overall collection. And I think that's cool. I think it's pretty. People want a cohesive collection. I get that, especially from a marketing standpoint, but this collection was so well done because it wasn't like a full collection per se. It was two single palettes and then an extension of her liquid matte lipsticks, which of course are like one of my favorite formulas. But it was this orange palette that at first I was like, it doesn't make sense, but I thought it was neutral because she called it the daily grind. This is not neutral. It may be to some people, but nonetheless, absolutely gorgeous. And these shades just showed up beautifully. The mattes blended out perfectly, like duh, right? Duh. The lipsticks, perfection. Same great formula. I love that we, expanded into a few more nudes, warm tone nudes, but still nudes, and then some more reds because 'tis the season, right? Of course. That made sense. You guys, I don't even know how to express this. I messaged her when I was swatching this baby. I mean, you guys didn't see me swatch this because it was so many shades, so I swatched it on my own. And I am like gasping, okay? I need you guys to know just how exquisite this formula is. I've swatched her palettes for 2 years. I've had swatch parties on her palettes. I mean, I know what her formula feels like. And although the mattes are perfect in this palette, perfect. I mean, there's no other word. They're perfect. These mattes and all of these shades are on another level. They literally feel like buttery velvet, you guys. They blend absolutely to perfection. There is nothing else that this brand has ever done that is this good. And I don't even know. I know that it goes really well with, the In the Dark collection, and that's okay. And that one was beautiful too. I loved it, and I've used it a lot. But I don't know, you guys. There is something special about this formula. And I don't know. She didn't get into it. She was just like, thanks. And I was like, no thanks. Are you kidding me? Congratulations. This is the most beautiful palette she's ever created. If you like these tones, that's going to be wonderful for you. But it's also a really good companion palette if you want to mix it up with like a neutral palette and then just throw in a little pop of color or whatever. The colors here are perfect for winter and just for the season. And it is the formula, the most special formula. Now, that being said, we can't always win 100%. That one, I was disappointed with it, even though I love the tone of gray that it is. It's the shimmer that just kind of blended away. But I'm going to keep playing with it because today when I used this shade Bedtime, it did show the shimmer, but it was this tiny little brush that I used. And so maybe that's the key. Maybe that's the key. I'm hesitant to pull it with the brush and then spray it because it's not that kind of shade. It has a matte base, so it's just sparkle throughout. But maybe this is the trick. You go in with a very small packing brush and just lightly put it where it needs to go, and it'll work because it did for me today. But I mean, look at this look, you guys. You know what I feel also made it special was Misty and Sweet Dreams. These two, this one here and then this one here, they're a really beautiful like undertone, and we see pinks and purples all the time and lilacs, whatever. It's just the undertones, and look at that. It looks like silk on my fingers. I'm telling you, you guys, this formula, I can't get over it. I will not get over it. It is spectacular. And it kind of makes me think because, first of all, happy Lisa Eldridge Day. We're going to, have her holiday release today. But it makes me think because one of the palettes that I really liked right away was Sorcery. Of course, everybody's going crazy over Sorcery. But It was the green. It was the green. I mean, let's just be honest. That's what got everybody. Maybe the blue, but it was the green. And so I have a beautiful green here in this palette, and it looks pretty similar. I think the other one's a little more aubergine or olive, but it looks pretty freaking similar, okay? I've watched this Lisa Eldridge video like 5 times already. That looks pretty freaking similar. And so when I think of the high-end luxury price point that Lisa Eldridge is, I still want to experience her eyeshadow formula. But what I thought was so funny is in her video, she's explaining about this velvet formula that she just made. And then I'm swatching these shades and I'm like, oh yeah, somebody beat you to it. So I just want to tell you, like, of the collection, this one's cool. I'll probably use it in the summer mostly, or when I want like that orange look, which I do like orange. I like how it looks on my complexion. But this is the stunner here. The lipsticks, the exact same beautiful formula. If you have not experienced an Unearthly Cosmetics lipstick, you need to, because it's beautiful. Even just 1 or 2. Her reds are amazing. I wanted the Lisa Eldridge Duchess. I'm not going to get that because I have these reds that are very reminiscent of that. There's a blue tone to these reds that I love. And so, yeah, I'm in love. Thank you, Unearthly Cosmetics, for sending this collection to me and allowing me to share it with everybody. I mean, it's just perfect. And I want to tell you again, code Yadi will save you 10%. And if you're watching this on Friday, November 11th, also know that for existing collection, existing palettes that she has, 30% off site-wide, no code needed. And if you've been eyeing any other palette, definitely check that out because it's 30% off the entire site. This collection, I believe, will launch on the 13th, I think. But the color story is releasing today so that you get to see it and swatches and all of that. So as soon as that color story is released, I'll release my video. But I mean, home freaking run. I am in love. I think she did a great job, and that's it. So if you have questions, if you want any other comparisons that I just didn't have the time to do, but I am happy to do with other palettes of hers, we can definitely do that. Maybe I'll follow this up with like a shade comparison or swatch comparison between In the Dark and Dead of Night. I think that'd be a good video, so let me know if you'd like to see that. But leave me your comments down below. What did you think of the collection? What are you liking? What are you not? And let me know if you're going to pick anything up. All right, you guys, if you haven't subscribed yet and you made it, please make sure and subscribe and definitely hit the like button. That helps a lot. Also, share this video with somebody in your community that you know loves indie makeup that maybe isn't following me or whatever. So share my video. That helps a ton. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.